Alright, Shalom, Shalom. This is the GMS Virginia camp. I'm the brother Abaya. This is the brother. Alright. We would like to say call Halalim like Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem Rakal Kadosh. We would like to give double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. And Shalom wa Barakim, la Bakalim, Shal Yashala, peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. I titled this video, we are here to set our people free. Okay? We got to be in that spirit, us brothers that know this knowledge and go out and teach this truth. We got to be in that spirit of Killmonger and Black Panther and wanting to set our people free, man. Ultimately, we know that only the elect is going to get it. But that's the spirit we got to be in, man. We got to have compassion for our people because we don't know who the elect is, man. You know, that's what's wrong with 2/3 of our people. They don't care about what's going on with our people under Esau's reign, under Esau's rulership, man. You know, you get that Corinthians.
1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9, it says, for I think that the Most High have set forth us apostles last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men.
And that's the point. I believe we're back loud, but like I was saying, yeah, you had all these other religions that come on the face of the planet of the earth, all these other doctrines and beliefs, but you've never seen nothing like us, man. You know, the men that go out on these highways and byways and say that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical children of Israel, the biblical Hebrew Israelites, okay? So we're made a spectacle unto the earth. We've been set forth last, man, to set our people free. Free from what? Free from bondage, man. Mental slavery and physical slavery, man. Because contrary to popular belief, our people are still in slavery. You know, they're under a Federal Reserve debt system ran by Esau's elite. Okay? Mentally, they don't even know who the fuck they are. So they're mentally enslaved. Because once you have somebody's heritage and their culture, and you have the mind, once you have this, it's no more need for the physical bondage, which even though our people are still in physical bondage, you get up and work for your oppressor day and day. For scraps, you know, not even knowing how the economic system is ran. He teaches, and when I say Esau, I mean the so-called white man, you're able to be indoctrinated by what he teaches and get a diploma by what he sees fit is right for you to get a diploma in his world, in his society, in his kingdom, and you think you're free because you're allowed to do that, man. No, you're just a slave, and the owner is allowing you to be indoctrinated by what he teaches, you know, so you can roam about his society as a good representative of what he's created, man. And he's created you, you know. He's planned out how he wanted you to be from the point he brought you over to the shores of America, man. You know, like him, like himself. Okay? Unless you got something you want to bring, go to that Psalms. No matter of fact, go to Isaiah 61. You know?
This is Isaiah chapter 61 and verse, started at the top. Started verse 1.
Cool.
Isaiah 61 and 1 says, the Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek, and he have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives.
To bind up the brokenhearted, and to proclaim liberty to the captives, and that's what we're doing. We're putting aloud, you know, if you want to say something too, you know. Hey, we're crying aloud, man. We're lifting up our voice as a trumpet, you know, to proclaim liberty to the ones that's captive. Who are captive? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. The lost tribes of Israel, okay? We're proclaiming, and what's that liberty that we're proclaiming? The kingdom of heaven is for you. There is a rest at the end of this hell, you know? There is a rest, there is a place out of all the hundreds and thousands of years of torment our people have went through, there's a rest at the end, man. You had that demon Martin Luther King talking about he went to the mountaintop and he seen the other side, which he didn't. But there really is the other side, man. Because the scriptures speak about the 144 standing on Mount Zion with you know, being sealed, man. With Yahweh shot, singing that new song, man.
Who was that 144? You know, hopefully that's us.
Brother put a comb in the wood too. You know how to pop it back up.
Is we on?
Yeah, we're on, bro. We're live.
Okay. Yeah, who is that 144? You know, hopefully that's us. You know, us brothers out here doing this work for the Lord, man. Going out to the highways and byways, preaching His word. You know, trying to wake up you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, because we're almost at the end of this you know, this story, man. You know, where you know, the Heavenly Father is about to put an end to life, to this wicked you know, world, man. You know, and you know, like the brother was saying, you know, I don't want to get off topic. You know, the 144 is being you know, sealed as we speak, man. This is what you see. You know, brothers out on the highways and byways. We're the Hebrew Israelites. You know, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, man. You know, this is the sealing of the 144,000 elect happening right before your eyes. You know, that's all I want to say.
Yeah, that's a beautiful point you made, because only elect is going to hear this liberty that we're proclaiming and take heed to it. You know, because I know I'm not just speaking for myself only, but when I heard that I was a Hebrew Israelite, something clicked. You know, I felt rejuvenated. What's that song? I was blind, but now I see. I was lost, but now I'm found. You know, I felt like I was set free. And that's what we're trying to do with our people. You know, we're trying to set them free through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. You know, Christianity is not doing it, man. Christianity is not doing it. You know, you're still the same nigga you were yesterday, you are today. Christianity didn't make me go out on the highways and byways with a Bible and start preaching the curses in Deuteronomy and breaking down the book of Revelation. Christianity didn't do that for me, and I was deep in, but that didn't put the spirit on me to proclaim this word. This knowledge of being a Hebrew Israelite and the knowledge of who the devil is on the earth. He saw white people. I mean, to proclaim, the spirit came upon us, man. Lord willing, we be those men to be found worthy at the end, to be sealed, to be part of the elect. But the spirit came upon us, man. You know, and we've seen. I've been in this truth enough time to see, man, that actually happened to, man, personally. You know, so this is a treasure we have, man. Knowing this knowledge and knowing this truth. You know, that when it speaks about hiding your candlestick, man, that this is a treasure that we have. The penny that Yahweh Shah gave us, very seriously, man. Very seriously, man. Look at the state of our people, man. All you gotta do is turn on the radio, turn on your television, walk outside your door, and they don't know who they are, man. You got these Bill Cosby, their heart and their spirit that. Yeah, he put this.
58.
Yeah, the brother Salakia, Satan messing with the live stream, man. But yeah, like I was saying, me and the brother was speaking about and the water for putting that scripture down, cry loud and spare not, man, because that's what we're here to do when we got on these highways and byways and teach this truth. But me and the brother was speaking about how, like you were saying, in the 2000s, this family didn't even know that slavery had ended, right? You know, hey, because they lost, man. Our people are lost. Our people have been destroyed, man. Our people have been destroyed, and somebody. If we're not going to do it, who's going to do it, man? If we're not going to stand up for our people in the name of the Lord and stand bold for that, who's going to do it? Because the rest of our people think that they're Africans still. Why would your oppressor teach you the truth? Why would your oppressor, the one that brought you over here, teach you anything true about you, man? It don't add up. It don't add up.
The scriptures talk about the so-called white man having a perpetual hatred for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All right. Okay. This is the Most High Yahweh. This is his movie, man, and he got a villain and his good guy. All right, his good guys, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man, starting with the elect. all right, you Israelites, all right? And the scripture says that Esau, the so-called white man, hates us, man. All right, so he's not going to tell you the truth. He's not going to try to do anything for your benefit or your well-being at all, man. You know, just want to see.
Yeah, that's a good point. You got to understand, part of Esau's tactic was to indoctrinate you in his schools. And with doing that, he taught you that you were African. Well, who do we learn we were African from?
The so-called white man.
The so-called white man. We didn't learn that from our parents. We went to school and learned that. We seen that in a book. Oh, you dirty niggas came on ships from Africa, and that's who you are. You're African. And our people still hold on dear to that today because that's all they know. So who's going to show our people the right way, you know, that path, that straight and narrow path, if not us, man? Okay? From there you can get that Psalms, unless was that it on Isaiah? Oh, okay, good.
It says, continuing on Isaiah 61:1, it says, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh.
Oh, hey, that's beautiful, man. Hey, the open prison of them that are bound. The scriptures speak about our people being hid in prison houses. Now, that's talking about these actual prisons, but America as a whole is a prison house, man. And we have to open up this prison and show them the way to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, the old ways of keeping the customs of our nation, you know? You men put beards back on your faces, you know? Putting fringes back on your garments.
And if I could just say this, brother, a lot of you so-called Christians and you all out there that, you know, you just think that salvation get this precept.
Yeah.
And Luke.
Yeah.
Luke 1:68, it says, "Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hands of all that hate us." All right, that's talking about the so-called white man. All right, and these other nations that keep us beneath them so that they can rule over us, man. All right. So you know, you so-called Christians out there, and you Jakes out there, yeah, you know, the Most High Yahweh is trying to basically, salvation is not only from sins, it's from the hands of some enemies, man. All right. Israel is in the hands of some enemies, man. All right. So how could salvation be for everybody? All right, when all nations didn't get put in captivity. All right, Israel got put into captivity. All right. All right, and Israel will be delivered out of captivity. Okay, that's a part of salvation. Right? You know, for those of y'all who didn't know. All right.
That's right. And that the horn, when you see a horn on an animal, what does that represent? It's strength, it's power. So our people have to realize that our power and our strength relies in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, not in Christianity, not in being a Muslim, not in being an African, and damn sure not being an American or a proud soldier of the American Army, Navy SEAL, merchant, Marine, whatever it may be, you know. So was that it on that precept you wanted? And Luke, was that it on Luke? Okay, read that Isaiah verse again.
Isaiah 61:1, it says, "The Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and to open the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, and the day of vengeance of our power, of our God, to comfort all that mourn." And who's mourning? Jake, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. "To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for for the spirit of heaviness. See, that's beautiful, man. The Lord is trying to lift us up out of our heaviness. You know, out of these ashes, man, out of the damn ghettos and the slums, man, the piss on the hallways and the fucking crumbs, man. You know, the Lord is trying to give us, you know, praise, honor, glory, all of that, man. Joint heirs with Yahushua, man, his son.
Yeah, because a custom, when we were mourning back in the ancient times, a custom was we would throw ashes, rent our clothes, or rent our garment.
In the time of mourning, right?
Yeah, and we would throw ashes upon our head, you know. So we've been mourning since we've been here in America, man, you know. So the Lord is trying to lift us out of that, and in doing so, he set up men, beginning with the elders, a great millstone, and their teachers, to send a message to the people of the nation of Israel that it's time of the end of your captivity. The end of your captivity is here. Okay? And that's what our message is. The end of your captivity is here. So now it's time for you to come back to your power and prepare your way and be remade again, be born again, because the Most High is building us back up into our lots, into who we were previously before everything was taken away from us, man. You know, a lot of things is going to happen like this in the last days, where the men is going to manifest who men were, and that spirit is just going to hit them, man. You know, you're going to learn things faster. You're going to come back to your heritage faster in these last days, and it's going to be like you never left it. You know, right now, there's a lot of things we don't know, but we're going to get all that back, man. You know, and more, you know. And that's what the Lord is doing with the elect men right now. You know, and the rest of the one-third is going to fall into that, man. You know, under the leadership.
That they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of Yahweh, that he might be glorified. And they shall build the old waste. They shall raise up the former desolations.
Yeah, the Lord likes to show his power, man. So, you know, what's the best way to show his power than destroy his people completely and then raise them back up into the most powerful, mightiest nation on the planet? That's going to show his strength. Then the nations are really going to fear the Lord, from what we're going to come from to what we're going to be. You know, it's going to be amazing, man. And that's the message that we're trying to send to our people, man. The captives, the nation of Israel, man. Stop trusting in the so-called white man. He had his time to reign just like every other nation, you know. Now, of course, he was more wicked, but his time is up. And you see that his time is up. Just look at the Tone people out here starving, man. You know? Yeah, you know, it's going to be a physical kingdom that's going to manifest, man. That's what you want to say.
Well, yeah, kind of. Like it says, you know, former desolation. Salakia, it says, and they shall build the old waste. They shall rise up the former desolation. Right, build our kingdom. You know, get our kingdom, man. Like it says in Acts, the 1st chapter. Will thou restore the kingdom of Israel? All right. The Lord is trying to make us trees of righteousness, man. Give us, you know, write the law, statutes, and commandments in our hearts, man, according to the new covenant, so that we will be righteous, man, and we will be able to, because in the ancient days, all the way up until now, we sin. You know, we go off. You know, so now, you know, the Lord is going to give us, trying to give us a new kingdom where we're going to be righteous, man. You know, we're not going to be able to sin. All right. And the so-called white man is not going to be able to, you know, rule over us, because the only reason why the so-called white man is ruling over us because we keep disobeying the Heavenly Father. All right. We keep going off. All right. That's Khan, it says, and they shall build the old waste, they shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities and desolations of many generations. And the stranger shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of aliens shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. but ye shall be named the priests of Yahweh. Men shall call you the ministers of the Most High. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
So how the hell we gonna boast ourselves in the Gentiles if the Gentiles can be saved? Here it is, that chapter is speaking about somebody being captive and being exalted up and being remade into a kingdom and boasting themselves in the glory and the riches of the Gentiles. So that's another cut for you Christians, man. We're here to set our people free, not you so-called white people. Damn sure not you damn gooks. See, what we're gonna do with y'all is straighten y'all out. We're gonna govern y'all and get y'all straight. Okay? That's what we're gonna do with y'all. Y'all free to do what the fuck y'all want to do, man. Y'all worship all y'all heathen gods. You eat whatever abominable food you want to eat. You commit adultery. You do what the fuck you want to do. Okay? Our people are under rulership of the so-called white man, and they're forced to do things, man. Whether they know they're being forced or not being forced. You get pork put in all different types of food that don't even say got pork in it, still got pork in it, you know? Esau calls your woman to commit adultery because she's working on the job with a whole bunch of other men when she really supposed to be at home. So this whole kingdom is out of whack and adverse to what the nation of Israel is supposed to be partaking in, right? Get that Psalms down, I guess.
Psalms chapter 69 and 33. Okay, it says, the humble, Salakia. It says, for Yahweh hear the poor and despise not his prisoners. Let the heaven and earth, okay, I'm gonna read it again. It says, for Yahweh hear our oppressors, man. You know, the so-called white man, yo. You know, a lot of you people out there don't understand that because you don't know prophecies, man. All right? We're crying out to the Heavenly Father to come save us from this place, man, because this place is nothing but oppression and destruction, man, and the enemies that surround us and hate us, man. All right? And that's no way to live, man. And we don't want to continue living that way, man. You know? Especially when we're kings, man. You know? To the Heavenly Father, man. You know?
When I get in the book of Acts, but you brought it out, it's Acts chapter 1 where they restore the kingdom to Israel, and then get on Romans where Paul said, I'm a curse of my brethren. You know? Because we have to stay on this path for our people, man, for our nation, and not the whole nation. Don't get it misconstrued. It's for the elect, but ultimately the whole nation will be saved. You know, but through the elect. So we have to stand up, man, because the Lord only died for the elect. Once the elect gets established, then the rest of the nation will come through our seed in the kingdom, man.
Acts 1 and 6. When they therefore will come together, they asked him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?
Which you just had Apostle Tahar do a vid that basically we know more than what the apostles knew back then, which is true because we know that this was sealed, and we know that a lot of the disciples and apostles came back right now in this day and age and to receive that full understanding. Because if they would have known everything, they wouldn't have asked that question. They thought when Yahweh Shah, who the world calls Jesus, came the first time, that it was time for the kingdom of Yasha'Allah, the kingdom of heaven, to be established. You know? But it wasn't that time. It was a lot of things they heard and that was taught to them by Yahweh Shah that they didn't understand at that time. But now it's being revealed to us again, man. Lord, when we be those men in the reincarnation, it's being revealed to us the knowledge that we didn't understand back then completely. You know? So we're in that time of now the kingdom being established of Israel, man. We're in that time that they asked about is now this time in the extension of the Roman Empire, which is the EU in America, their military force. This is that last kingdom, man. This is that last hoorah that had to be established per Daniel. You know, before the disciples of Yahweh Shai came on the scene with him during the Roman Empire, this was spoken of in the book of Daniel, that America had to come. Now, does it reveal it to you, man? Through men to teach you, the right men, you know? So we know that that time is now, man, according to prophecy. According to prophecy, nothing else, according to prophecy. And we know who we are according to prophecy. You know, we can bring us and some of the deep breakdowns. You can go into prophecy and prove that we're the children of Israel, man. Just like when he said, you know, when Yahweh Shah said, I should break the, roughly paraphrasing, I'll tear down his temple and raise it back up in 3 days. You know, he was talking about his body, but also when he was mourning in front of the temple, he was basically telling them, you know, the times that are come are harsh, and you have to flee to the mountains. And that's prophecy that we know our people fled to, man. You know, because you Jews try to say, oh, I don't even know what the fuck y'all say where y'all fled to. Y'all say a lot of different things, man. Europe and all this crap, you know, that don't add up with the scriptures. It was a common custom. I'm gonna let you get your point. No, you good. It was a common custom of the nation of Israel to flee into Africa, man. You know, back when Yahweh Shah was a baby and Herod wanted to kill all the firstborns of the males of Israel, because he heard of the prophecy, once again prophecy, of the king that was going to reign over the Jews. Where did Yahweh Shah's parents take him, man? In Africa, Egypt. So it was a custom of ours of fleeing there, man, to blend in with the rest of the dark-skinned nations that we were always dealing with, the Canaanites. You can read all throughout the Old Testament how many encounters we had with the Canaanites. Some of us took them as wives, you know. We always had dealings with the Canaanites, going back to when we were in Egypt previously, man. You don't think we were dealing with, well, yeah, they had us in captivity, but we were still dealing with them in other manners of sorts. Just like today in America and any other under the sun. Just because you're in captivity don't mean you're not intermingling with these nations while you're in captivity. So we always had dealings with them, man. So that's why people fled. And just like going back to my original point, prophecy proves who we are too.
Now I was just gonna say, there's a so-called Jew on YouTube. I did a video on him. He gonna say that it's documented that the so-called Khazar Jews, it's documented that they went into slavery to Egypt on ships, which is a damn lie, man. You know? It's the first time I ever heard that in my life, man. You know?
Yeah, I think I heard that too. I think I heard that too. But even when Esau tries to lie like that, man, because I had an Edomite try to tell me about, you know what I'm saying, the Jews when they were in Germany, quote unquote, in the concentration camps. He said like 11 million or some shit, whatever. They keep bumping the number up. Even though they clearly tell you it wasn't even that many Jews in Germany to even be put in the damn concentration camp. But I said, look, I'll give you one, I'll bump you, I'll give you another million. You know what I'm saying? It still don't add up to the billions of Israelites. You know, we had millions of Israelites jump off the ships, man. Right. Trying to flee from even coming to this hellhole, man. So let's take you through a timeline of just the American slavery, just with the Southern Kingdom. So they come from the west coast of Africa on ships, years journey, right? They're fucking being tormented and raped on those ships. They can't wash themselves. They got sores and bruises all over them, so they're getting all type of diseases, okay? So they're dying on the ships, and they finally get here, and they don't know what the fuck's going on, so the so-called white man decides, okay, we're gonna sell them, we're gonna auction them off to whoever we want to sell them off to. Now stay with me now, because you so-called Khazar Jews, ain't nothing like this happen to y'all, man. So he sell them to whoever the fuck he want to sell them to, break the family up, send the son over here, send the daughter over there, send the wife over there, send the father over there. Mind you, they can't speak a damn word of what their oppressor is speaking, so they don't know what the fuck's going on. Their mind all discombobulated. So they finally get to the plantation, and now they have to free labor work every day for no pay, while being raped, tortured, and brutalized, teeth knocked out, force-fed, raped male and female, okay? Being forcibly taught their oppressor's language, their heritage being beat out of them, okay? Because you Khazar Jewish people, you were still allowed to know you were Jews. If we're gonna go with the Holocaust story, you still were allowed to know that you were Jews. Your heritage wasn't beaten out of you, but according to curses, it said that nation of Israel will lose their heritage. Okay? So through the midst of all this, we getting our ass whooped, losing our heritage, losing everything that we hold dear. And through the midst of all that, we finally get emancipated, quote unquote, which we never did. So they let the slaves off the plantations, the ones that they did let go, because not all the slaves got let off the plantation. They finally get let off the plantation, and now they have nowhere to go. Because they've been slaves their whole life. They don't have no job. Ain't nobody trying to hire no nigga. And they really want the niggas to come back to the plantation anyways. So what are they going to do? Hey, they'll come back. So what a lot of slaves end up doing? Coming back to their oppressor, man. Tormented and raped again. And a lot of them, then Esau established the prison system, man. You know? Because what a lot of people do, they had nothing, so they would, if they did, they would steal off, you know, certain plantations' farms to feed themselves. And Esau would use that as a crime to have you enslaved to him for years, man, to pay off that petty debt, man. That petty theft crime, man. Then years down the line, you get the Jim Crow era, man. You can't drink out the same water fountain. You can't go to the same schools. We catch you out too late, we're going to hang you and burn you. Castrate you. Okay? You fast forward to these days, we shoot you down in the streets. We poison you by the food and the water. You still don't know your heritage. You still have your slave owner's last name. So you tell me who the children of Israel are, man. Even if your Holocaust is true, it don't even come that remotely close to what our people have endured on this side. And at the beginning I said Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. I didn't even name anything about Northern Kingdom, man. So you can't compare to anything our people went through, period. Because if I add in what Northern Kingdom went through, you really done, man. The Native Americans and Hispanics through their father's lineage, man. Okay? When they went through over there in the islands, okay? We went through a process of just destruction. To where you had light skins against dark skins, brother against brother, because you would set one up over another one to be a taskmaster. All type of shit our people have went through. So fuck you and the Holocaust. Even though it ain't true, even if it was true, fuck you, man.
I got a precept. Revelations 2:9, it says, I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
Yeah, hey, we got put in gas chambers. We had to work on concentration camps. You know? For a couple of years, you know, and then we got the land. Now we're back in Israel and we can be faggots in Tel Aviv and own all the central banks in the world, own Hollywood, own every major TV production company and radio music company, you know. You people ain't the people of the Lord, man. And once again, remember we said prophecy proves who we are. Prophecy states that when the kingdom of Israel gets put back in the land, but they should learn war no more.
Isaiah 2.
Is that Isaiah 2? Okay.
Second chapter. This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it came to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above all the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Yeah, so the nation of Israel is going to be exalted above any other nation on the earth, and all nations are going to flow into it. Is that happening right now? Because y'all were put back in the land, right? Is that happening right now after y'all so-called fake-ass dispersion and fake-ass Holocaust? Because Iran wants to blow you off the map. North Korea could give a fuck about you. They ain't bowing down to y'all ass, you know? And America's just using you as a pawn because America's your biggest ally. That's another thing. When the children of Israel get set up, they're not going to need America to be their ally. For one, America's going to be destroyed. The only ally they're going to need is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. Period. You guys don't fit the curses or prophecies, man. You know, we had to go off topic, but hey, man, that's the way the spirit went, man. You know? Because we proving who's captive right now, man. We're proving who's captive under Esau's rulership. And it's not you Khazar Jews, man. We gonna call you who you are. Khazar Edomite Jews, man.
And if I can get a precept, Ezekiel the 60, chapter 36, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord power, because places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up the ancient high places in possession. That's talking about the so-called white man over there in the land calling himself a Jew, all right? Because that's not his land, man. That's our land, all right? Those are the ancient high places, man, that they mock at us to this day, saying, "Hi, we have the ancient high places in possession, man." You know, that just want.
Yeah, that's just desolate since you've been there. That's what that scripture. That don't mean nothing. The Lord took that away from us. It don't mean shit. You know, you got your security and your gates, surrounding certain areas where we went. You know, Mount Sinai and all these places. You know, and all these ancient artifacts you keep and hold dearly to yourselves. That don't mean nothing to us anymore, man. We been there, done it already. That's out of our journey now, okay? We're focusing on the journey to the kingdom of heaven, which you're not going to receive, buddy, or pal. You got our scraps, man. You know, stuff that we don't need for salvation no more. The Lord gave us what we needed to trump you, and that trump card is Yahweh Shai. We don't need the Ark of the Covenant. We don't need a physical temple, okay? We need Yahweh Shai, man. He gave us Yahweh Shai. If we needed those things to be adopted back to him, he would have gave us those things. Because ultimately the Lord would have never, he's bound by his word. So he was always going to bring us back to him, man. Even though he was through with us, he gave us a way to come back, man. Because a lot of times people try to act like the Most High is not love or something, man. Most High love, no one can love his people. No one can love the nation of Israel like the Most High. No one. He created us, man. You don't love your mother, you don't love your father, you don't love your sister, your son, your daughter, nothing more than the Most High. How could you when he created them, man? He allowed them to be born on the earth, fed and clothed, man. You have no power over yourselves or anybody else's lives. So how could you love the nation more than the Most High? Whether they out here poor on the street or whether they're rich, so-called rich in a mansion, man. The Most High found a way for us to be adopted back, and he gave his only begotten, Yahweh Shai, man. And it said it pleased him, you know, it pleased him to bruise his son, man, to whip up on his son, man. Because he, the elect, was going to come in under that, man. So we're in debt. We're in a major debt. We're indebted to Yahweh B'Shem, Yahweh Shai. And we got to stay on this path, man. We got to keep trucking along, man. Free our people, man, under the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Because that's a task that has been given to us, man. And it's not a light task and it's not an easy task. But it's a treasure at that, man. You know? What we on? Still got that Romans with Paul. Don't you want to get something else right now?
Want me to get that Romans?
Yeah, real quick.
Romans chapter 9 and 1, it says, "I say the truth in Hamashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites."
Who are Israelites, man. So Paul was in great sorrow of seeing what was wrong with his damn people. Paul traveled, man. Paul seen what the fuck his people were indulging in, man. All these damn vain philosophers. Who they believed in. Believing in Caesar to be the end-all, be-all, man. You know? Paul seen that and witnessed that, man. And we're seeing it and witnessed that, man. You know? Now we can give a fuck about the nigga sagging his pants, throwing his middle finger up at us, man. Because he's not a part of our nation. That nigga got to die and be born again, man. You know? This is for the elect. We go out there and preach the word to the elect and may the elect hear it and receive it, man. We just casting that line out while it's still being able to be cast out. Mind you, the family of the word, you know, brothers is feeling through the spirit is going to come this year, man. Lord willing. You know? Oh, man, let me, you know?
It says, "Who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom concerning the flesh Hamashiach came."
Period, man. That's who Yahweh Shai came for, man. Period. How the fuck can y'all be adopted into anything, you heathen nations, when it just said it pertaining to the Israelites? The promise pertaining to the Israelites, the covenants pertaining to the Israelites. And this is Paul speaking, the one you heathens beloved so much, because you think he paid the way for y'all to be a, you know what I'm saying? He said, oh, everything pertained to Israelites, man. You know, you weren't given this is what happened when the nation, this is what happened when the nation of Israel was destroyed under you heathens, man. You were allowed to get our book. You know, one of the elder brothers in New York made a beautiful point about Esau. It's a federal crime to open somebody's mail. Esau, all you did and all you nations did was open our mail, open our book and read it. It wasn't written to you, for you, but you were able to read it. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether you took that as it was for you or whatnot, don't mean it was for you. Right. It was written by Israelites for Israelites. Okay? Well, it was written in the Greek. It was written in the Koine Greek, which is what our people spoke after they were Hellenized under the Greek Empire, man. That's why it was written in Greek. That's why you have the Church of Corinth, Greece, the Church of Ephesus, the Church of Thessalonica, because our people they became Greco-Romans, man. So they spoke different languages. That's why it speaks about in the book of Acts, Jews from every nation devout under the nation of heaven. We can hear all the tongues, whether we were scattered. That's what the book of James chapter 1 says, greetings to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. You know, you opened our letter, but it wasn't for you, man.
Yeah, if I could say something. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, like the brother going into, like you got Israelites that the Most High scattered the nation. Shalom. Yeah, Shalom, Mark. Yeah, you got Israelites among all nations, looking like all nations, man. So those are those Gentiles, all right? Because in the book of Romans chapter 11, it talks about a mystery of the Gentiles, all right? To save Israelites, you know, if I could just get it. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 25. It says, for I would not, brethren, that you should be ignorant of this mystery, lest you should be wise in your own conceit, that blindness in part has happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in, and so all Israel shall be saved. Okay, so you know those Gentiles are not literal Gentiles. All right, those are Israelites that are among the Gentiles that have that are in a Gentile state of mind. All right, you know, like brother was going into.
That's right. That's right. So that's why you have these other languages throughout the New Testament, man. You know, it speaks about Yahweh Shah, the headboard above his crucifixion was written in Greek, Latin, and Hebrew. You know, because that's what was spoken of during that time, man. You know, that was the language that was spoken. Those were the languages that were spoken. So you can't get us with that Esau, where the New Testament was written in Greek, so they were Greeks. And no, we're Israelites that spoke Greek. Right. Just like the brother just read to us pertaining to promises in the covenant. That was passed down from lineage to lineage. The stories of Moses, Joshua, King David, throughout the Israelite lineage. It never was passed down to you other nations throughout your families. Y'all never had any dealings with what we, you know what I'm saying? Even going back to when Nehemiah was building the temple, man, and he said, choose you. He didn't make a covenant with you. So though you read our book and you took dear whole our book, that ain't got shit to do with you. The Lord didn't establish no covenant with you, man. So regardless of how you read John 3:16, for God so loved the whole world, he gave his own, regardless of how you interpret that, it doesn't negate the fact that it was never written for you. It was never given to you. You can't, if that's the case, you're calling the Most High a liar. Because he said he don't change.
And that word world is cosmos, which means a government, if I'm not mistaken, a government, you know, that's talking about the Israelites. You know,
a select organization, a group of people. You know, we just went into how it was translated from the Greek. So those Israelites that spoke Greek, you know, that's how they responded to one another, man. It's not English. though you're reading it in English, that is not what they spoke back then, man. Great Britain wasn't in power during the time of Yahweh Shah when you came the first time. So that's not the language they spoke, okay? So though you're reading it in English, that's not what it is, man. That's not what is. You have to go back and look up those words, man, because that's not the language they spoke. You speak English, so it's translated for your ass to read it, man. They didn't speak that. So the meanings are different, okay? It's very simple for men that are meant to receive it. If you're not meant to receive it, oh well, man, the Most High don't want your ass. I don't know what to tell you.
Scripture say, study to show yourself approved.
Right. That's right. You know, I don't know what to tell you. The Most High don't want you, hey, man. Go cry in the corner and pray your death be as light as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the Most High don't want you. He gonna kill your ass, man, some way or some form, or get rid of you. Because the scriptures speak about, you know, they let them perish that were born in vain. And you may look at that and say, your God is harsh, your God is not. Could you, hey, who are you to comprehend the Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah's mind? Yahweh's mind. You can't comprehend that. You can't comprehend his thoughts. Isaiah says his thoughts are not our thoughts, man. Just because you feel a certain way, your emotions, you can't even go, you can't even trust your own emotions. Everything that you've been taught is about a so-called white man. Disney Channel and Nickelodeon and Lion King and Cinderella. You know, that is not what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah teaches, man. You go up these fake fictional fairy tales and you grow up and believing that those are the emotions you're supposed to have as a young man or as a woman. Even though women back then were stronger, man. You women today, you can't go without some dick for a damn couple weeks. You had to cheat on your man because he been locked up, man. You know? All people were stronger back then. They had a stronger sense of morality, man, and fear in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. So you can't go off your own emotions and what you think to be right, because they're not even your emotions. Those are the emotions that were taught to you by Esau, how you should feel, how you should think. That's why he brought out TV to program you to think and believe a certain way, man. But that don't mean that you're right, okay? You're utterly wrong, man. Did you have something you wanted to bring out?
I was looking for a scripture that say pulling down the strongholds and bringing our
that's in Corinthians. That's in Corinthians, somewhere in Corinthians.
Bringing every thought into captivity of Yahweh Shah, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, the word. All right, it's all about this word, man. It's all about forsaking what you learned out here in this world, and replacing it with the word, man. What the word say, man. Because the word is the truth. All right, and if what you thought was right contradict the word, if the word contradict what you thought was right, then you got to forsake that thought, man, and replace it with the word, man, and believe what the word say. You know.
That's right. Even in the book of Acts, when he's given the history, some of the history of the nation of Israel, man, you know, because that was significant. Speaking about our people, it was very significant because he made a point to bring the history of our people, because our people are captive. They were captive back then, you know, during the time of Stephen. And Stephen was stoned for fighting for our people, man, for fighting for the nation, ultimately Yahweh Shah, you know. And that's the spirit we got to be in. We got to be ready to die for this thing, man. We got to be ready to die for this thing, because Esau's going to come in as full force, man. They're going to lie on us, bring all type of heresies against us, to defame us in their media. They're going to do everything in their power to keep, you know, our people from hearing this message and believing in it, man. But it's up for us to not fold, but to continue to cast down those strongholds, you know, and break down these lies that Esau has established on this earth, because our people have engulfed that, have drunken that juice, that wine, that spiritual wine of demonic spirits and vain philosophies. You know, and they believe that they're American, they believe that they're African, they believe that they're African-American, they believe that they're Spanish, they believe that they're Jamaican, they believe all this bullshit that doesn't mean anything or accounts to any value. The only thing that accounts to value is knowing that you're a Hebrew Israelite and there's hope through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, period. Everything else is going to catch you to be cast in the lake of fire, you know?
Con.
All right,
Acts chapter 7 verse 1, it says, then said the high priest, are these things so? And he said, men, brethren, fathers, hearken to the Most High of glory, appeared unto our fathers Abraham, our father Abraham, when he was in Mesopotamia, before he dwelt in Charan, and said unto him, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and come into the land which I shall show thee. Then came he out of the land of the Chaldeans. And
so this is Stephen giving history of the nation of Israel. Now I want you to ask yourself, where did Esau, Moab, or Ammon, or Japheth, or Elam come anywhere in the midst of this, you know?
And dwelt in Charan. Is it talking about Canaan?
Yeah.
And from thence, when his father was dead, he removed him into this land, wherein ye now dwell, and he gave him none inheritance in it, no, not so much as to set his foot on. Yet he promised that he would give it to him for a possession, and to his seed after him, when as yet he had no child. And the Most High spake on this wise, that his seed should sojourn in a strange land, and that they should bring them into bondage, and entreat them evil for 400 years. And the nation to whom they shall be in bondage will I judge, saith the Most High. And after that shall they come forth and serve me in this place. And he gave him the covenant of circumcision. And so Abraham begat Isaac and circumcised him.
And that's a key point, because in the New Testament you have an argument between the circumcised and the uncircumcised. And these churches and these pastors will use that to say that those uncircumcised were heathens. But the covenant of circumcision was given to Abraham's seed. So that's the only one that was dealing with, those are the only ones that would deal with an argument of being circumcised or uncircumcised. Because during the Grecian Empire, Antiochus forced the Jews, the Israelites, to not circumcise their children, so they became uncircumcised throughout their seed after them, man. So that's where the argument came in. Oh, y'all not circumcised, man. Y'all can't be in amongst the congregation, even though they were Israelites. So that's a key point. Abraham was given the covenant of circumcision.
Right, and if I could just say this, Salakia, Abraham, the covenant of circumcision, if you wasn't circumcised, then you were cut off from Israel. You know, that was the custom.
And that's why it speaks about being adopted back through Yahweh Shah.
Continuing on. And so Abraham begot Isaac and circumcised him on the 8th day, and Isaac begot Jacob. And Jacob begot the 12 patriarchs. And the patriarchs moved with envy, sold Joseph unto Egypt, but the Most High was with him, and delivered him out of all his afflictions, and gave him favor and wisdom in the sight of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And he made him governor over Egypt and all his house. Now there came a dearth over all the land of Egypt and Canaan, and great affliction, and our fathers found no substance. But when Jacob heard that there was corn in Egypt, he sent out our fathers first. And at the second time, Joseph was made known to his brethren, and Joseph's kindred was made known unto Pharaoh. Then sent Joseph and called his father Jacob to him, and all his kindred, 70 souls. So Jacob went down into Egypt and died, he and our fathers, and were carried over into Sikkim.
Take scroll over fast. I know we in Richmond. Now the brother is reading about, this is Stephen giving history about our people. If the nations, if the heathens, if the New Testament, the book of Acts, Romans, and all this is full of heathens, why is Stephen going out of his way to let the people know what happened with our forefathers, man, between them and the Most High, man? Because it's important. It's important to know who you are. It's important to know where you come from. And that's what we're trying to let our people know. Because you don't come from no goddamn Africa, man. And you damn sure don't come from no America. You come from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the chosen seed to be a royal priesthood, a royal nation unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And no one can take that away from you, man. Not even yourself. No matter how much you try to take it away from you, you try to take your own blessing away. You can't even take it away, man. Because ultimately, you are going to receive it. By faith or by death. You know? Because we all got to be born again, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Spiritually or physically, man. You know? And that's what's going to happen very soon come. And we're here to teach that message. Speak that message. And cry loud and spare not that message, man. To set our people free, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Beginning with the elect.
Verse 16, it says, and were carried over into Shechem and laid in the sepulchre that Abraham brought for a sum of money of the sons of Emer, the father of Shechem. But when the time of the promise drew nigh, which the Most High had sworn to Abraham, the people grew and multiplied in Egypt till another king rose which knew not Joseph. The same dealt subtly with our kindred, and evil entreated our fathers. So that,
yeah, that's when it was subtly, meaning he devised a plan. Hey, they growing. You know, I don't know about no Joseph. I wasn't a king when Joseph was, you know what I'm saying, coming up around here. So I'm gonna try to take them out because they're gonna become mightier than we, you know.
So that they cast our young children to the end they might not live. In which time Moses was born and was exceeding fair and nourished up in his father's house 3 months. And when he was cast out, Pharaoh's daughter took him up and nourished him for her own son. And Moses was learned in all the wisdom of the Egyptians, and was mighty in words and in deeds. And when he was full 40 years old, it came into his heart to visit his brethren, the children of Israel. And seeing of them suffer wrong, he defended him and avenged him that was oppressed.
And that's what we see with our people, man. We have to defend our people, but this time spiritually. For our weapons are not carnal, but mighty through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Just like Moses seen the oppression of his brethren, we see the oppressions of our brethren, man. So we had a meeting, you know, when he went to Mount Sinai with the Lord and was reborn. We had a meeting with the Spirit, man, with Yahweh Shai. And we were born, and now we coming back to speak the message to our people. Look, your captivity is over. Just like in old Egypt. Moses went back and said, look, your time is up. Now it's time to go into the land. And we're doing it this time, but this time it's going to be established forever.
Okay, and smote the Egyptian, for he supposed his brethren would have understood how that the Most High by his hand would deliver them. But they understood not.
And they don't understand. They look at us like we're crazy, man. Man, y'all ain't here to set us free. Y'all ain't here to bring no... What the fuck you gonna do, man? You just like us, man. What power you got? How is you chosen? You a nigga just like me. You ain't got no power over the Egyptians, over the Americans. Man, you better go to school, get a degree. You start playing.
It's nothing new under the sun. Continuing on, it says, and the next day he showed himself unto them as they strove, and would have set them at one again, saying, Sirs, ye are brethren, why do you wrong one to another? But he that did his neighbor's wrong thrusted him away, saying, who made thee ruler and judge over us? Wilt thou kill me as thou didst the Egyptian yesterday? And if I could just say this, man, it's the same thing happening today, man, with you Jakes. You know, y'all have an evil eye toward each other, and y'all fight against each other, man. But y'all, you know, but the so-called white man get a pass every time, you know. So that's another that's proof that you the same people, man. You know, in your captivity, fighting against each other, and we sitting there trying to tell you, you know, this so-called white man's your enemy, man. You need to and the Lord is trying to save you from his hands, man. And it says verse 29, then fled Moses at this saying, and was a stranger in the land of Midian, where he begat 2 sons. And when 40 years were expired, there appeared to him in the wilderness of Mount Sinai an angel of Yahweh in a flame of fire in a bush. Okay, and it says, then when Moses saw it, he wondered at the sight, and as he drew nigh to behold it, the voice of Yahweh came unto him, saying, I am the power of your fathers, the power of Abraham, and the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. Then Moses trembled and durst not behold. Then said Yahweh to him, put off thy shoes from thy feet, for the place where thou standest is holy ground. I have seen the affliction of my people, which is in Egypt, and I have heard their groaning, and am come down to deliver them. And now come I, Salakia, and now come, I will send thee unto Egypt. Okay, this Moses, whom they refused, saying, who made thee a ruler and a judge, the same did the Most High send to be a ruler and a deliverer by the hand of the angel which appeared to him in the bush. He brought them out after that he had showed wonders and signs in the land of Egypt, and in the Red Sea, and in the wilderness 40 years. That Moses, which said unto the children of Israel, a prophet shall the Lord your power raise up unto you of your brethren like unto me, him shall ye hear. This is he that was in the church.
So the Most High always raised up prophets among his brethren, man. And that's what the people don't understand. If the prophets are going to be set forth last on this last tool, in the last wicked nation before the kingdom of heaven is set up, they're going to be raised from the brethren of the nation of Israel. And since we've clearly proved that through prophecy and curses, those are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you should be looking for those type of looking individuals with the message of the true scriptures of the Bible, man, the true knowledge of the Bible. Those are the men you should be looking for. Not no man in no suit in no damn building shouting at the top of his lungs, give him more money, man, so you can get a blessing. That's not the message, man. That's not the message.
This is he that was in the church in the wilderness, angel which spake to him in the Mount Sinai, and with our fathers who received the living oracles to give unto us, to whom our fathers would not obey, but thrust him from them, and in their hearts turned back again unto Egypt. And that's what you do, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. You thrust us. You say, get away from us, man, with that Bible talk, when really this is talking about you, man. You know, you're the chosen people of the God of this Bible, man. You know, Yasharala. All right, and you thrust us, the prophets, from you, man, like you always have done, man. And it says, saying to whom our fathers would not obey, but thrust him from them, and in their hearts turned back again unto Egypt, saying unto Aaron, make us gods to go before us, for as for this Moses, which brought us out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. And you do it all for some false gods, man. You know, Christmas, pagan holidays, man. You know, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day. You know, some made up gods, man. You know, Islam, all that stuff is made up, man. It's false. You know, that's what you forsake the Lord for, you know, falsehood and vanity. And it says, and they made a calf in those days and offered sacrifices unto the idol, Salaki, and rejoice in the works of their own hands. Then the Most High turned and gave them up to worship the hosts of heaven, as it is written in the book of the prophets, O ye house of Israel, have ye offered to me slain beasts and sacrifices by the space of 40 years in the wilderness. Yea, ye took up the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of your god Remphan, figures which ye made to worship them. And
which proves there's more than one heaven. Because he just said they you know, worship the hosts of heaven.
Right. Those
false idols. The heavens under this rulership right now, this wicked rulership, man. You know?
And I will carry you away beyond Babylon. Our fathers had the tabernacle of witness in the wilderness, as he had appointed, speaking unto Moses, that he would make it according to the fashion that he had seen, which also our fathers that came after brought in with Yahushua into the possession of the Gentiles. That's talking about Joshua, though, I think. And it says,
let me read that again.
It says, which all it's talking about the tabernacle. I'm gonna start at 44 again. It says, our fathers had the tabernacle of witness in the wilderness, as he had appointed, speaking unto Moses, that he should make it according to the fashion that he had seen, which also our fathers that came after brought in with, it say Jesus, but it's probably talking about Joshua. Joshua into the possession of the Gentiles, whom the Most High gave out before the face of our fathers unto the days of David, who found favor before the Most High, and desired to find a tabernacle for the Most High of Jacob. But Solomon built him an house. Howbeit the Most High dwelled not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet. So the Most High not in the church buildings. And it says, heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me, saith Yahweh.
So you fake Jews and you fake Christians that's waiting on the third physical temple in the nation of Israel. It ain't coming, man. Third physical temple ain't coming. The Most High don't need no damn temple, no physical temple. You know, Most High don't need no physical temple, man. The temple is the body of Yahweh Shah.
It says, have not my hands made all these things, ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, ye do always resist the Holy Spirit, as your fathers did, so do ye. All right, you Jakes always resist this truth, man, you know, and can't understand it, man. You know, here it is. The Lord raised us up to get the understanding of the scriptures back, and to break down the understanding of the prophecies that the old prophets couldn't understand. You know, and you Jakes resist it, man. You know. And it says, which are the prophets have not your fathers persecuted, and they have slain them with which showed before of the coming of the just one, of whom ye have been now the betrayers and murderers, who have received the law by the dispensation of angels, and have not kept it. When they heard these things, they were cut to the heart, and they gnashed on them with their teeth. But he, being full of the Holy Spirit, looked up steadfastly into heaven, and saw the glory of the Most High, and Yahushua standing on the right hand of the Most High, and said, behold, I see the heavens open, and the Son of Man standing on the right hand of the Most High. Then they cried out with a loud voice, and stooped their ears, and ran upon him with one accord, and cast him out of the city, and stoned him. And the witnesses laid down their clothes at a young man's feet, whose name was Saul. And they stoned Stephen, calling upon the Most High. Stephen calling upon the Most High, and saying, Lord Yahushua, receive my spirit. And he kneeled down and cried with a loud voice, Lord, lay not this sin to their charge. And when he had said this, he fell asleep.
So basically, man, Stephen's last message was the history of the nation of Israel, man. You know, it wasn't about bringing heathens in. It wasn't about loving the whole world. It was about the nation of Israel and what had befallen the nation of Israel. And right after that, his message, it was the over, man. You know. So basically, man, we're going to wrap it up, man. You know, we hope the elect was edified wherever they are, man. Brothers, keep pushing, man, and continue to be used as vessels, you know, to free our people, man, to free their mind and free their bodies out of this hellhole they worship called America. You know, because the famine of the word is approaching soon, and the Lord is coming back, and we're making the path straight. You know, we're paving the way and making it beautiful for the return of Yahweh Shah, man. You know, got anything else you want to say?
Nah.
All right, with that, man, like always, want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honor to the elder post of great millstone, and Shalom, Wabarakim, Labakalim, Shalom, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. With that, Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.